Did you guys hear about the vile anti-Semitic pogroms in Amsterdam? Absolutely horrible. I can't believe it. People in Amsterdam would attack poor Jewish men for no reason aside from their Jewish identity. Anti-Semitism truly is on the rise. Anyway, let's hear from this Amsterdam city councilman regarding what actually happened.
Maccabi hooligans were walking around in our city. They were armed and they were attacking people from Amsterdam, mostly people that looked like Arabs or Muslims or people that were wearing Palestinian symbols. And they were tearing down flags from houses, Palestinian flags from houses. They were chanting, "Let the IDF win," to the Arabs. And this is actually part of a longer chant, which also includes there are no schools in Gaza because there are no children left. And these people, they brought banners with them. They brought stickers with them. One of the stickers I saw myself said, we make war for fun, or we have war for fun. They were glorifying genocide. So of course, people from Amsterdam, they got really angry, and actually one of them ended up in the canal. That was a counter attack, you could say, and there was actually a lot of...
Damn, maybe it's not an anti-Semitic pogrom then. Maybe there's something more behind this. I wonder if there's anything more behind this. Like this article from 4 days ago from the Jerusalem Post. Just in case, Mossad agents to join Maccabi Tel Aviv FC trip to Amsterdam. I wonder what were a bunch of Mossad agents doing in Amsterdam with Maccabi Tel Aviv fans? What was going on there? Wow. I wonder if this was Mossad up to put a bunch of average Israelis in another place and have them act like average Israelis, knowing that shit would not fly anywhere aside from Israel. This is not hooliganism. These are average Israelis. Average Israelis. Now, if you don't believe me, I'd like to cite a poll showing that what these people are saying is the opinion of an average Israeli. Now, this is a poll specifically cited in a CNN article, which was like talking about how people should have sympathy for an IDF soldier who drove a bulldozer in Gaza, ran over children, women, babies, the elderly, anyone he could get his hands on. He ran them over in his bulldozer, and he ended up killing himself because he had PTSD from murdering thousands of people, okay? That's what this article is about. This article, in its attempt to like humanize this guy, cited a poll from Israel. And I don't think it had quite the effect that they wanted it to, because it says, polls show that many Israelis support the war and do not want their government to halt the fighting. On the one-year anniversary of the beginning of the war, a survey published by the Israel Democracy Institute, which is a pro-Israel organization, found that only 6% of Israelis think the war in Gaza should be stopped due to the great cost in human life. 94%, 20 out of 21 Israelis, believe that killing Palestinian children is cool, good, and awesome. So this is not random hooligans. These are average Israelis behaving as average Israelis do. They went to another country, which for some reason they're allowed to do. That country is genociding people, and UEFA, like right after Russia invaded Ukraine, they banned Russia from all UEFA events. Israel even being in UEFA in the first place is an absurdity. But Israel does a full-blown fucking genocide in Gaza that makes the war in Ukraine look like nothing. And their teams are not only flying to Amsterdam to compete still as if nothing's happening, but their fans are going there to chant about how awesome the genocide is and attack people in the street. And these people are then framed by politicians all over the West, by the Western media, as like victims of a fucking pogrom. Oh my, like they're posting pictures of Anne Frank and saying, it's happening again. Literally a Mossad op to have Israelis go and do average Israeli things where they know that won't fly, obviously, because average Israeli things are chanting for genocide and lionizing the murder of children and hoping for more of it. And then once they righteously get retaliation against them for that garbage, that disgusting genocidal shit, they try to frame it as an anti-Semitic pogrom. Give me a fucking break. Do you know what these fans did the second they went back that fucking Israel sent evacuation flights for them. And the second they get to the airport, they start chanting the same shit. They start chanting, according to the Times of Israel, a fucking Israeli media. They start chanting, the IDF will fuck the Arabs. Why is school out in Gaza? Because we've killed all the kids already. Ha 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 ha. The second they land. This is the average Israeli. And I've seen football YouTubers trying to cover this, and I have to call one of them out because I'm fucking sick of the way they talk about politics. I am sick of it. Football YouTubers have no problem denouncing like Prince Mohammed bin whatever the fuck, random Saudi royal family guy, buying Corrumpton Town FC in the English 18th division. They have no problem telling you all about how good it is that Russia is banned from UEFA competition. But the second something like this happens, the way they cover it is just completely fucking wrong. They are definitely afraid. They are definitely fucking afraid of saying the right thing. They're happy to tell you all about how bad Saudi Arabia is because of Prince, whatever the fuck his name is, and Corrumpton Town of the 18th English division being bought out by some rich Saudi guy. Then we get guys like this telling you that average Israelis acting like average Israelis about their ongoing genocide are just being hooligans, being football hooligans. The framing here. Look at the framing here from average football YouTuber X.
Talking about here is a story of how, football hooligans, which we talk about on this channel all the time, right? It is one of the, I don't want to say one of the main driving things that we talk about.
There's something that you don't want to say, and it's not that. It's something about Israel.
But it is definitely one of the things that we talk about with, regularity. Football hooligans showing up in a different city, and then all of a sudden, all hell breaks loose, right?
No, this is average Israelis showing up in a different country and being average Israelis, which is supporting genocide, chanting for genocide. Genocide is happening right now. Why hasn't this guy or any other football YouTuber called for a ban on Israelis, on Israeli clubs, on Israel, competing in international competitions as has been done to Russia? Where is it? Instead, they're trying to whitewash this as just normal hooliganism. It's not normal hooliganism. It's not hooligans trying to press the buttons. It's average Israelis going to another country and being average Israelis while Israel does literal genocide. And none of you are fucking able to say it.
It's just not. This is football hooliganism, pressing buttons, tearing at, like potential political divides. We see the
potential political divides. How many tens of thousands of children need to be getting massacred by Israel before you'll stop pretending that this is normal? When will one of these football YouTubers call a spade a spade? When will one of them do what many of them did regarding Russia? When will one of them fucking speak up about anything political that isn't something to do with Corrumpton Town FC getting bought out by Saudi Prince number 1011? It's the indifference of people like this to Israel in general. This is representative of everything. It's these people in general, people with a voice, being fucking terrified of saying anything that enabled things like Gaza being able to happen like this. People just being cowardly fucking bitches, afraid to call a spade a spade. Not just football YouTubers, not just this football YouTubers, people in general all around the world who are happy to denounce things like this, but not in the terms they need to be denounced. It's just hooliganism, right? It's just hooliganism. Pressing buttons. Nothing to do with Israel. Nothing to do with the ongoing Israeli genocide. Nothing to do with 20 out of 21 average Israelis. That's more than average. That's super average. Supporting the genocide. This is literally Israelis going to another country to brag about doing genocide. Israelis going to another country to scream in the streets about how much they love killing kids. Among them, there are many people who literally went to Gaza and killed kids themselves. Do you know how the Israeli military reacted to this? They killed more kids in honor of these people. Let me show you. Israeli soldier, Maza Ledri. The women and babies in Gaza will pay the price, she posted. Israeli soldier posing with an abducted Palestinian man in Gaza, pointing a gun at his head. Amsterdam, don't forget how this ends. Israeli soldier holding a kidnapped Palestinian, blindfolded, arms bound, hooded, posted this, tagging his location as Amsterdam. Israeli soldiers blowing up an entire neighborhood in Gaza. We dedicate this explosion to all the fans of Maccabi Tel Aviv. We'll get to all of you, you sons of bitches. And to try and justify it, these fucking disgusting morons. Oh my god, it's unbelievable, honestly. This account, by the way, which is Neoberg, is it's an AI-generated image. That's not a real fucking person. Give me a fucking break, man. Posted a screenshot of like an obviously fake screenshot where everyone's name has a different font. The text in the same message has different fonts. It's obviously fake, but the best way that they could think of to frame this as a pogrom is like this fake screenshot where they invented someone who, according to them, said, hang Palestinian flags in the city, they will come like rats. So that framing is that they were baited by provocative Palestinian flags. And as Israelis, they simply could not resist getting violent and chanting about killing kids when they see a Palestinian flag. That's their best argument. Their best argument is, well, what did you expect? You were so Palestinian inside of an Israeli. We should be allowed to get violent, and if you respond, it's a pogrom. Even when they make shit up to defend themselves, it just evidences how depraved and disgusting and genocidal they are. It's like the Destiny clip where he blames a Palestinian for being executed by an IDF soldier, and it's like, well, what did you expect? Why are you even there? Did you expect an IDF soldier to be able to resist his urge to just massacre a Palestinian? What did you think is going to happen, man? This whole thing is a fucking joke, obviously. It is disgusting Israelis who believe in genocide, who laud genocide, going abroad to laud genocide at a game where that club should not even be allowed to compete. All Israeli clubs should be banned from everything in the world, in every sport. It's time for a fucking total and complete boycott. In everything. They had no problem doing it with Russians, when way more Russians are against their government than Israelis against theirs. 20 out of 21 support the genocide in Gaza. 20 out of 21. Absolutely fucking ludicrous that it's just hooligans being hooligans. No, it's not. It's genocide, a genocidal population of a genocidal country being allowed to just have their teams compete in international competitions as if nothing is even happening, going abroad, screaming and chanting about how much they love genocide and how good it is that it's happening, and then being framed as the victims and the people whose job it is to cover this sport, doing a gross disservice to what is actually going on by downplaying it as if it's like normal football hooliganism. No, it's fucking not.